the area of Matthew 23 where there are crowds at the temple in Jerusalem, and Jesus is speaking directly to the Pharisees, which are religious leaders. Jesus seems to have a favor and a love that is overpouring of grace for those who have considered themselves sinful or not worthy. And yet those who have found themselves to be righteous in their own eyes, Jesus calls these very serious names. You snakes, you brood of vipers, how will you escape being condemned to hell? I'd like to jump into some of that today and also talk about my favorite topics, which are heaven. A few years ago, I was at an American USA campus. I asked some students there to share with me some of the good news about who Jesus is. And I was quite surprised at the bluntness of one student's response. They walked up to me and I had a sign that asked, please share the good news of Jesus with me. I'm Australian. And instead of sharing with me, the person jumped straight in to say, the gospel is always the same everywhere. I don't think you can summarize by an informational alone idea what the good news is about. That's why I mentioned some of the stories. The father gives the inheritance to the son, and the son goes and wastes all the money, comes back and asks for the father's forgiveness. The father forgives him and throws a party, and the older brother was very angry with the father's generosity. Jesus, on the cross, the criminal next to him invites Jesus to remember him when he comes into his kingdoms. I also think the person was correct that in a sense, the gospel is the same in every culture, that it's revelationary, that is perceived through different eyes and different lens. And yet the essence of who Jesus is, as recorded in the scriptures, in the Bible, we go to as a reference, as the primary place of knowing what Jesus taught, and that we can live out and obey that teaching. I also consider that, like I mentioned in some of these stories, that it's important to share all of these different diverse stories, be understood and digested from different personalities, different cultures, different languages, and different people, that we should pass on all of this teaching. Thanks so much for watching this video and for your patience with me. I'm sure I missed a whole bunch of things in this video, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. Bye for now.